some of the other targets that we've already hit, see if we can get another good scan on them. Potentially some visual confirmation if it's a rock or if it isn't.
I have the gauge sheet. Yep.
You're doing security on the back deck.
Some more rocks, right?
You know that you can take the screen, change your screen, and I can still see it, right?
Are you viewing PC1 or are you just mirroring my screen?
I'm viewing. It's on HiPAC plan versus HiPAC survey button.
Oh, you just needed me to zoom out because you don't have control.
Correct.
Oh.
Why would you do? You gave me all control.
No,
Oh.
I just switched to it.
Yeah,
I thought you were mirroring my screen. Roger, I got it. I understand.
No, I was just viewing it.
Steve is shaking his head at me. You don't understand how this works.
Well, because I thought you were going to like minimize a window or something, but you didn't. You just changed your screen as it go. Well, you could have done that a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I can't actually mirror what you have on your monitor. That's harder for me to do than pull up something else.
Yeah. Again,
Anyway.
Steve is like, this is
good.
why you're not the video engineer.
No, I'm sorry. I just thought in a few weeks.
What? I've never done that. I don't know what their stuff is back there.
He only needs 2 screens, really.
I know. I'm unfairly judging.
I mean, yeah, for what we're doing right now, I can run on 2 screens. Once we switch back over, I'll have a lot more going on.
Yeah. Well, that's a hole. That's weird.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so when the shadow's in front of the return, that means it's going into the seabed, and then it's reflecting against the backside of a depression.
Mm. For those who are following us, you can see what our sonar is returning
Yeah, it
on
looks a bit
channel
like
1.
the another one we were looking at.
Some holes right before a ridge.
Yeah, well, it looks like there's some boulders in there that could have there could be scour around them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the people that are just joining us. You can follow us in channel 1. You'll see the return from our side scan sonar. In channel 2, you're going to see what we're seeing through the camera right below Argus. And on the quad, you can see those two plus the grid that we have developed.
Sea cucumber.
Sea cucumber. That we have developed to scan to target possible diving sites in the next couple of days. So how's life here on the boat? How large is our personal sleeping space? They're asking.
Bed
It's
size.
like a normal twin.
Like a little twin bed, yeah.
It's a little.
One on top of the
Do
other.
you really have twin beds?
No, mine's
No.
not twin.
Yeah,
bed
mine
size.
is not.
What do you guys got
Hey,
going
what-
on?
Oh, wait, do you guys have the...
Smaller.
Oh,
Just smaller.
some rooms have queens in them.
Where are you?
What?
I'm in
But
the.
those are like the chief scientists, you know, the people that have put in the years of work
The
and
crew.
got the seniority.
Oh my God.
But anyway, I got a nice room, but I would think I think they're smaller than twins. Like my head.
They're
is-
smaller than
follower
twins.
that
They're like
just
they're the old.
asked
Yeah,
that
that's right. They're
question.
smaller than
Just
twins.
singles
Just
or
started
It's
It's like the
a very
old cot
interesting debate.
size,
I'm like
whatever the hell
5'7"
that
and
is.
like I have like 3 inches of room on the.
You're in. I know where you are. Yeah,
Uh-oh. Yeah,
Oh,
with
he's
the
gonna
crew
come
and
find
the
you.
that's a rough part of town.
forward. Yeah,
Yeah, they're smaller than twins. Hey.
it's a good spot though.
But still pretty
It's,
comfy.
it's close.
It
It's,
is really
they're real
comfy.
mattresses, which I think is
I just
a
like,
big upgrade.
That's right. A lot of times they're
Mhm.
foam on
I hit the
ships,
ceiling all the time because I only have about this much space.
Oh, that's typical.
Yeah.
It's you get a good scar tissue going on the forehead, and
I tend to bang my elbows.
there's a lot of ships, especially the crew berthing. Not on board here. We got a little more space than that, but you're in the amount of space that you can't roll over. Like your shoulders are too wide that you can't
Yeah.
actually roll over once you're in there. So you got to enter at the position that you're gonna sleep at,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like stacks of 3. So there's 3 people all on top of each other.
right? Sounds lovely. Sleeping in a drawer.
You know, it's really like crawling into this tiny little cabinet. And
The Coast Guard ship I was on, there were like 3-person rooms. So it was like 2 bunks, and then there was one bed that didn't have anything above it, but they put a top on it, and it was really tight. And I don't understand.
You just had if
I
everyone
mean,
else is gonna
there was
experience
only
it.
Just so
So-
you had no advantage.
So, but the cruise I was on, there was only 10 in the science party out of a possible like 30, so we each got our own room, and I was the only female in the science
Wow,
party, so I had to have my own room.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
So
is
it
you
worked out. I
guys-
could pick the best bed, but
You guys had that science berthing because Healy is specifically designed to take scientists on
Yeah.
board.
it had like
Yeah,
a desk and a drawer, like a file
Yeah.
cabinet. It was nice.
That's like the officer berthing, which is
Yeah.
usually typically a little better. Yeah, the crew berthing is just rows and rows of 3 high, tiny little cabinet sleeping arrangements that you hope you're not getting out of your rack at the same time as someone else, because you're just gonna fall on top of them.
Yeah.
It's what you call optimal spacing.
Yeah.
You know, you want to have all the equipment you can on your ship. You can't waste space on
Comfort.
rack size or the ladder wells are. Everyone says they're always so steep on a ship. That's another way to save space.
Mm-hmm.
Stairs for those who aren't on a boat. Yeah, there's not a ton of. That's why Nautilus is great, is because there isn't a little extra comfort there.
Yeah, they're pretty comfortable. Eh?
And the food is excellent.
Yeah, the food has impressed me actually. It's really, really good.
My life centers around snack time.
Ah, yes. 1,500 snacks.
Mm-hmm.
That's so much.
Big
It actually
rocks.
has also a gym, so it's good. It's good that we have that space.
When the ship's really moving, every other push-up is like the hardest push-up you've done in your life, and every other one after that is
Yeah, but then the other ones are
easiest
super
one.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have to not get caught at the end of the set doing the hard ones.
I was trying to do abs like Russian twists, and I realized I just didn't move. I tried to stay center, and the ship would rock me back and forth.
Someone was on the treadmill today when I was in there, and it was like sprint, when like the ship would go back, and then
Yeah.
like try to stop
And
yourself
then
when it
running-
goes forward.
It's uphill and downhill.
Well,
Yeah, the treadmill kind of scares me. I kind of avoid that.
Yeah, I won't use it offshore.
Are the things we're just seeing rocks?
Like down the
Yes,
sediment?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Rocks.
It's like something, but
Yeah, I think it's just a rock.
Mm-hmm.
is there an estimate on how much time it would have taken for the plane to settle all the way down to the bottom of the ocean floor, given our depth? Or would that depend on a lot of factors?
yeah, it would. It would. It would depend on the drag. I mean, like the wings would probably have quite a bit of drag, and the weight of it. It would certainly be faster than our descents with Argus.
There was a spider.
Was
So
It looked like the
less
one.
than 3
It was
hours.
it was the spider?
You must have jumped in.
It is a ways to go though. It's pretty deep.
That might have been some sort of polychaete worm.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. What? Oh yeah.
Mike, do we know if the pressure would have crushed the aluminum, or like how deep would the wreck have to go before the materials get really crushed by the pressure?
Well, you really only get crushing if it's airtight, and it's not. You know, it would have flooded, so the pressure would have equalized. I think crushing only happens with, like, when you're talking about submarine crush depth, is because it's pressurized on the inside, so people can inhabit it. You know, if with the plane open to the sea after an explosion, or with a ship sinking, they don't really crush with depth because they're equalizing the inside as they go down, I think.
The only thought Russ had was that the pontoons might be watertight.
Yeah, the pontoons might have, you know, not imploded like violently, but they might have crushed or something.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Getting that cube count up.
We're up to 137.
In what, 24-hour period? A little more.
Yeah.
Did it start on our watch?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. I still don't really know what we're looking at, so I'm not really helping. I'm like, oh, purple floaty thing, count it. It's the only thing we're seeing, so it's not difficult.
Yeah.
If I had to pick them out of a lineup, I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah, thanks to our audience to keep following us and being patient with us as we keep scanning the area where the Simone Clipper was reported to crash 81 years ago. A little more than that, right? Because it was in January.
Yeah,
So
81 and a half years ago, I
yeah.
guess.
Why is that line selected?
Boo.
Which one?
The one
The north one.
north of us. That we already did.
Oh, it does that sometimes.
I was like, didn't we already do that one?
Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah, much better.
Because it wants to count from 1, 2, 3, and since we just finished 2, it wants to go up to 3, but we're going down to 1.
Because it doesn't know we already did it because the program crashed.
Right.
Yeah, I mean sometimes it still does it. It's just you got to tell it from the beginning what you want to do.
Sure.
And it probably doesn't like when you go all out
Jump
of order.
around like we do. Yeah, no.
Sea cucumber. Somebody talking?
Oh,
Yeah,
I was thinking
They
the
were muted.
cucumber had a tail, but it's just the shadow from
Yeah.
the flashlight, or from the flashlight. Yeah, we got a flashlight down there.
That'd be fun. Finding a new species of tailed sea cucumber just with Argus. But as we've learned, we would not be able to name it because we wouldn't take the sample.
Well, that was a particular species. There are some that you can identify based on just visual features. It depends on the type of organism you're looking at. As I found out the hard way.
That's right. We were, when we saw some things that we had never seen before, heard of before, we just started calling them whenever we wanted to, hoping like we were the first one, so it kind of stick.
Yeah, well, that's what we did with the scrubbing bubble jelly, and it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
There's one season we were like trying to figure out what all the names for groups of different types of animals were. And then there was like a lot of hagfish or something, so they were trying to come up with their own name and make it stick for like a group of hagfish. I don't remember what they came up with. There was a
haggle
lot
of hagfish.
I think that might have been one of them.
I think that wasn't that 2015 off California when Lisa Levin was on board.
Probably.
Because she was saying that they stink, like the slime that they put out. So I kept joking that I was going to sample one for her.
Yeah, no, they're very unpleasant.
Yeah.
Terrible creature.
A very good defense mechanism.
Yeah, be stinky.
Does anybody remember the news article from, I don't know, Seattle or Portland area or something like that last year? Like a truck full of hagfish wiped out on the freeway?
Yeah.
Oh. Why would you have a truck full of
I don't know.
hagfish?
They were all over the road though.
Oh,
Sea
that's so
cucumber.
gross. That's got to, once they start rotting, it's got to
Beautiful.
stink.
Yeah, terrible.
Sea
And you-
cucumber.
With all the slime, how do you even pick them up?
Yeah. Did you get to capture that? No.
No.
Oh.
If you want to capture of a purple holothurian, we do have.
Oh,
more
I
that
don't.
can
I'm just
go
curious.
back to. Okay.
You mean you want some highlight reel stuff of purple holothurians?
We could put together
We
every
have that.
single shot. How many do we have now? 137.
139.
That's our specialty,
Yeah.
We could
actually.
like go back and like splice out 100.
We have 3 hours of film of different purple
The YouTube highlight
holothurians.
video from the Samoan
Yep,
clippers.
tight shots, wide shots,
close up.
angle, all the angles. The ones you don't want.
That's multidisciplined. We can't just do one thing at a time.
Oh.
We're enjoying the geology of.
I think enjoying is a strong word.
We're seeing the geology
Accurate.
of the bottom.
Accurate.
We are counting biology, and we are also searching for the Samoan clipper. I'd say that's some good multitasking.
Sea cucumber.
Yeah, it looks good. If I was a predator, I guess I would eat those because there's a lot of them.
What was that?
If I was a deep sea predator, I guess I would go for the purple holothurians because there's a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
That's all there is, apparently.
I wonder
Chris,
if
how
they-
come there's 666 on the HIPAC screen?
Oh no.
What? Where? No, that's 1666. No, I swear.
All right.
Fun fact, actually. Yeah, that's definitely, it's not helping when I zoom in. There's a 1 there.
All right.
Why is it not getting better?
It's a conspiracy.
See,
All right.
1666.
I don't think the font size changes
No.
as you zoom.
Yeah,
No,
it doesn't
I
look
don't
Well,
think
I
it's
was
changed.
hoping it would get away from that -0.
Oh.
You can see it better now. Yeah. But we had, what was it, 5 Scripps buoys that we put over the side on the last cruise, and they were all numbered, and one of them was 666, but it had a very uneventful departure off the ship.
All right.
So.
Has anyone got an update on the tiny boat that we dropped in the
Oh,
middle
the
of
Perry?
the ocean?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Days ago, it was at like 720 nautical miles. It had traveled like 690 away from the launch site.
Wow.
So it was cruising at a pretty straight line.
Yeah, we
So-
dropped a small, like, toy model sailboat almost.
Yeah.
I
it
assume
was-
with a GPS on it or
With
something.
GPS.
Yeah, it had. It was a school group that had built it,
Oh, okay.
and it had solar panel and everything to transmit all the equipment needed. And we put it in the water. And I was like, oh, I wonder what will happen. When the first data came in, it was pretty surprising.
So what was the objective?
I think just track motion,
Currents and stuff.
currents and winds. Just yeah. There's a lot of observations like that with buoys, like drifters.
Yeah, we had a couple of seasons where we had high school groups out who did it like a summer thing at URI and designed drifters, and they came out and deployed them. And some of them like just ran right into islands or shore, but some of them got pretty far, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
My academic advisor back at the academy, and a couple of my classmates are actually doing a independent study right now, where they're making their own drifters and putting them out, all off of like Rhode Island, Nantucket, all that area. And yeah, so some of the stuff it's really simple. It's just something that floats with something that will, catch the current.
Oh, big rocks.
Big rocks. Yeah, big rocks.
Bridge now. Of course we hold position. Thank you. Yeah, as we make this turn here, we have a small little rise that I don't think Argus will go over, but
Right, yeah. See?
it's still there. It'll be going upslope all the same.
have to be very patient here. That's why we're counting sea cucumbers.
It's keeping us on our toes, making sure we don't miss anything in Argus view.
There's one there.
Exactly.
Speaking of sea cucumbers.
It would have been great instead of like doing the numbers, you did tally marks.
Oh, that would have gotten out of control.
That'd have been funny.
I had thought about it, and then I was like, no.
Yeah, for the people that are interested in extra information about what happened to the Simon Clipper, you can check our website, nautiluslive.org. Also, the Pan American Airways now has a foundation. So you can go to panam.org and find some very interesting photographs and more details about the story and how they felt about the loss of the crew and the plane.
It's like a little parade of sea cucumbers.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need a funny noise, like a radio show. So when everyone goes by, you have like a little circus noise. Or
Yeah. I still, even though they're pelagic, I still want to call them a garden.
Well, actually, I think these type might be what's called benthopelagic. So they do touch the seafloor, but then they can jump up, and apparently to Wikipedia, like, up to like 3,000 meters, just because they're so near neutral buoyancy, that they can like kind of swim and push themselves up, and then they'll slowly drift back down.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, if you want to see any videos of sea cucumbers taking off, just go back to any of the past dives, past 5 dives or so. If you watch it long enough, and we're looking at a sea cucumber, it'll take off.
7:15. Should hide us a stash.
Are those chocolate covered, or are they just coffee beans?
Chocolate covered. You can't eat handfuls.
Okay,
of
I'm just making sure. So that's not problem solved.
No.
That's just settling.
We have chocolate though.
Just eat spoonfuls
Yeah,
of
that's
ground
right.
coffee with like cinnamon.
Get the big tub of Folgers and just start shoveling it.
I suppose you could use Nescafe
Sea
instead of the
cucumber.
cinnamon
Sea cucumber,
challenge.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
oh.
Gross.
That was another one.
PSA, don't put large quantities of dry powder in your mouth because it will dry out your mouth and then cause you to cough, and then you will inhale into your lungs all the
bad.
powder.
Yeah, it's actually quite dangerous.
It's very dangerous, and
dangerous.
people have died from the cinnamon challenge.
Have they really?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Really?
Definitely.
because once such a large quantity is in your lungs, you can't properly exchange gas, and your lungs will fill with fluid as it tries to fight what it thinks is like some allergen or
Yeah.
something.
Gross.
Yeah. It's a very bad scene.
So you drown?
Basically.
Yeah.
Kinda like pneumonia, I guess. But it's just it's a bad thing to do. Don't do it. Don't do stupid challenges.
No, there was a stupid water drinking challenge a
Oh
few years
yeah.
ago. Somebody died doing that too.
Yeah, you can overhydrate.
That's interesting. There's a heart in the side scan.
Yeah, I saw that too. Little heart there. There's also like there's that new like spicy chip that like it comes in a sealed package and like it's one chip that's like ghost pepper chip and people
Oh,
like
yep.
go yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound
I don't
very
want to.
smart
I'm not
either.
interested in that either.
The current one, that bottle cap challenge, that's a good one.
Which one?
What's that?
People try to
Oh,
basically
try to
like
spin them,
roundhouse the bottle cap
I prefer
off.
the ones where they fail with like kick their friend in the face and stuff.
Yeah,
I-
no,
I
those
like
are
that.
good. But no, that's a good one where you're at least keeping.
Well, that's because 95% of the people in the world can't do a roundhouse kick,
Yeah.
so it's quite
So you have to
amusing.
do that with enough accuracy to kick the cap off the bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Without breaking the bottle.
Make a
and missing
spin
the
motion.
bubbles.
Yeah.
It's pretty good if you can do that.
There's some really cool videos out there. There's a couple where guys will shoot it off.
Well, we're talking about like a plastic bottle cap, not like a glass bottle cap, right?
Oh,
Some of them are glass
anything
bottles.
that spins,
Yeah.
not one that's a pop top, but one that
Gotcha.
has to be spun off.
Yes,
Because you
soda
you
cans.
just graze the edge of it in the right direction to
Oh.
spin it off, rather than
Can
knock
you-
the whole
do
bottle
they
over.
super glue it to the table first?
Usually someone holds it.
Yeah, and that means there's videos of them kicking their friend in the face, which are my favorite version of those.
There was a video I saw of, I don't know what martial arts he did, but there was like some instructor that put it on the top of like one of the like practice dummies' heads,
Oh yeah.
and no one was holding it. And with one foot, he jumped up and kicked it off his head, like the bottle cap, and the second foot came around and he kicked the bottle off.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I wonder how many times he tried that.
Super impressive.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's like 900 outtakes before
Yeah.
he finally got it.
His friends just asking, like, "Can I go home now?"
Yeah.
No, Dave, we're not done
It's
yet.
called a tripod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he probably didn't have a friend there.
They just find him in the morning, still going at it.
Probably didn't have any friends.
I saw one where
That's
the-
what I was gonna say. That I thought
I
it was
know,
too
I
mean.
was right, just hanging out there, taking it. It is mean. Not very nice.
I saw one. This guy's driving like a rally car or something.
Oh, and he gets it with a bumper.
Yeah.
So what we're seeing now in channel 1 are just rocks. Most likely, right?
Accurate.
Good thing we don't have too many geologists on this
Yeah.
leg. They would be rather insulted
Yeah.
with some of the talk
Oh,
that's
yeah.
gone on.
Yeah.
Well, no, there was times where people would be like gushing over the biology, and then like I tried to make a plea for the geology. I'm like, oh, but the geology's kind of cool too. And they like snapped at me. They're like, we don't need your pity. I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, you either appreciate the geology or you don't. So they're very content within themselves, it seems.
Well, actually, I'm a geologist, but that's not the mission.
So we have an interesting question about what if we came across a sunken treasure chest with gold and all sorts of things.
Well, you can't because the wood would have deteriorated a long time ago, so there'd be no chest left.
Okay, so just the treasure then. We're not allowed to pick
It'd
it
be
out,
target
right?
49.
Yeah, we would
That'll be target.
we would document it and move on.
Take some pictures.
Same thing we would do with any discovery we make is leave it in its natural state.
Bridge nav. Request we step to port to the selected target, maintaining ship's heading. Thank you.
Yay, we have people from Vietnam. Welcome to our channel.
Not quite. Yeah, 35. It varies.
Anyone have any nature fun facts?
What?
Nature fun facts?
No. I'm not good with random
No.
factoids.
I mean, you can think about it.
No.
It's bedtime.
It is bedtime.
It's morning for someone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not me.
Definitely not me.
Yeah, we're all pretty tired. This is
I've been up since 3.
exactly. We had an interaction, so.
I napped in the middle there.
I go back downstairs and work on the sonar a bit more before I crash.
Yeah.
We'll find him in the data lab tomorrow morning asleep at his computer.
Yeah, there'll be like a puddle of drool like dripping onto the floor.
Keyboard imprint on your face.
Oh, that's a nice USBL jump.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Flying.
Your family says hello, Rebecca.
Hello, family.
Hello, Rebecca's family.
Hello, not my family.
Ah,
'Cause
hello.
my family is asleep.
Yeah, my family's asleep.
Thanks for
Wait,
following
Can you
us.
tell the location?
Oh gosh. Hey, USBL is
Oh, wow.
drawing some
Yeah.
shapes.
Some pretty cool abstract art.
I think may not be USBL. I think Argus might be doing that. It's
Yeah,
just
I
like
think it's
thrust over here. Thrust
it's
back.
just traveling at a couple hundred
Yeah.
miles an hour.
Argus is free. He doesn't have that guy that normally drags him down.
Right. Pulling on them all.
What are these?
Yeah.
These are every 3 seconds, these pings?
The Argus pilots get so frustrated.
100
Pulling around.
meters every 3 seconds?
Pulling on me again. God. Stop.
Stop pulling my chain.
That should be on the bingo card.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely should have been
You're
on the
yanking
card.
on my tether.
Rebecca, should we read your dad's joke that he
Alright, I'm gonna
submitted?
start the
I'm
turn
gonna put
file.
it up to you.
Roger.
Wait, is there new ones?
There's a new joke.
Yeah,
for
we have a
today.
new joke.
Oh, I like new jokes.
Oh, all right. Let's hear it.
It's the bad dad joke of the day. Go ahead, Steve.
Yep.
Go
Gotta
ahead.
get it over with.
Okay, bad dad joke of the day. That's what he said. What's the funniest thing The Rock said to the geologist?
Leave me alone.
Nothing, because rocks don't talk,
Wow.
and geology is
Alright,
not
that's definitely
funny.
one bad
And
joke.
And geology's not funny.
Ouch.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
That's a good one. I like that.
Wait, you say nothing because rocks don't talk and
Geology is not
Geology is
funny.
not
is not
funny.
funny. That's actually quite funny.
I don't think our friends, our geologist
I already have a
friends,
good pen
will be
today.
happy with us.
Anyone else have any creative
Somebody
jokes?
must have another one.
Oh, come on. No one has any more?
Come on.
I could tell my Ant-Man joke again. New audience? No, not really.
Yeah, I don't remember an Ant-Man joke.
You don't remember it? Oh, I'll have to
I
tell it
think
again.
you were gone for that.
Oh gosh.
All right,
remember it
yes. I don't need much
Oh, you were
encouragement.
definitely here.
All right, so you know how Ant-Man can shrink down really small and go inside people?
Okay.
Yeah. So if he were to die while in there, he'll have died in vain.
Oh.
I did not hear that.
Yeah. And it even works if you text it because you can actually spell the word out.
Right.
V-E-I-N.
Can anyone beat that?
Nope.
Does anyone want to try?
I don't think it takes much, but
I have one from last year my dad sent in.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
But I'm
Okay.
going to modify it because it didn't make sense before.
All right.
Okay, now I have to remember. Okay. What did one microbe say to the other when his friend jumped off a cliff, rolled down, and got hurt?
sea cucumber.
No, that's not what it said.
Wait, can you say it again?
Yeah.
That wasn't the punchline, though.
What did one microorganism say to his friend when his friend jumped down a cliff, rolled down a cliff, and landed at the bottom?
Something about a probe? No.
It only works if you guys know microbes, though. So
It's a one-cell organism.
it's yeah.
They cannot talk.
They can't talk, and biologists aren't funny.
Microbiology is not funny.
Oh, it is.
All right, what's the answer?
Yeah.
The microbe said, "Are you archaea?"
Oh, instead of like,
okay.
Oh, I love it.
My favorite domain of life. What's everyone's favorite domain of life? You had 3 options.
Chordata.
All 3 were great.
All 3.
Yeah, thank you for...
Is chordata a domain of life?
No, it's
No, but is a
No.
taxonon.
phylum.
I'm
Kingdom
shocked
phylum
that
past
this
favorite
hasn't
Oh my
species.
gosh, what is going on with this USBL?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, no, it's doing a good job right now.
It's gonna make your turn look great.
Oh, yeah.
There's probably
yeah,
like
it's
some
true.
setting they didn't teach you about just so Rennie's turns look better.
Yeah, no, they turn out like with the multi-beam we have the what is it called? The correction for the yaw stabilization.
Yeah. Maybe you have that for USBL and you're just missing it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's really all over the place.
Yeah, you couldn't even smooth that and get rid of outliers.
Nope.
It's just all outliers.
So we're about to start the last southern line.
Yep.
Woot woot.
It's exciting.
Yeah, what the hell, USBL hit? God.
I don't even know where Argus is anymore.
And it's not like the thrusters are that loud. Like,
But that is what does it, right?
usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Bridge now.
It's weird.
Request we step towards the newly selected target, and you can change heading as needed. Thank you.
Welcome to the people that just connected to our channel. We're still scanning the area, trying to find the Samoan Clipper.
Man, some of these pings are incredible. That's back to what I
Argus
was
just wants to cover a lot of ground.
saying. It looks more like a heart monitor. If the
That'd be a
person-
pretty scary heart monitor, too.
Yeah, if you have awful VFib. You go straight from AFib to VFib to VTAC.
Are you a doctor now, too? I don't know all those terms.
I'm EMT.
Oh, really? Oh,
Mhm.
okay. There you go. Was that before you joined the Coast Guard Academy?
No, that was during. So we had the EMT club. That my dad was a paramedic, so I was already kind of interested in that, grew up with it. But then I got the opportunity to take the class and get the club funds to cover it. So.
And do you actually work as an EMT?
Yeah, I volunteer at Mystic River Ambulance
Oh, cool.
in Connecticut, and whatever off time I have.
Rebecca, can you tell us something about the tardigrades?